Howdy y'all, I am Ice Gold, and the devs have done it again. Y'all saw the title of this video, and yes indeed, there are going to be Shadow Fusion Spellements. Oh my goodness. For all the talk that the community has done about, farming 685 Spellements being too much, the devs just decided, hey, you know what if we just bump that on up to 875? Oh, surely this change will go over well. Surely the community will like it. Surely this is a fair thing to do, and surely they won't add 2 more tiers to each shadow spell down the line, so that way it goes from 875 Spellements all the way up to 1,370 Spellements eventually. Of course, 1,370 Spellements, that's not happening now, but 875 is happening now. Isn't that awesome? I love Wiz. I love Wiz so much. Cam Hephaestus, you can have my children. Wow, dude, what an amazing design choice. Real talk, how the hell does this happen? How the hell does this keep happening? Alright, so a bit of context, because I kind of just launched into the rant. In the last teaser video, posted by Allman, he talked about, how, because apparently he got this exclusive teaser when nobody else did. I have a few guesses as to how that happened. Anyway, so this teaser, he talks about how there's going to be these new fusion Spellements, and a normal spell from tier 1 to tier 5 is obviously 685, but for some ungodly reason, they are adding new Spellements to the... Bro? they're adding 190 new Spellements, because as y'all have seen in all of the teaser videos, there is the no shad path that goes all the way to tier 5, which, I mean, we've been new. That's the thing. But the Shadow Pact Fusion is going to require another 190 Spellements to max out. So, as you can see, there are 2 paths on this Shad version. And so, basically, whatever you fuse with your, Dark Fiend or whatever, like if you're using Raging Bull, for example, and you want to use the Shad version, you can just... what it'll do is it'll give you the base version, and the base version is, if you're trying to use the bottom path in PvP, you can't if you don't have at least 75 Shadow Spellements. So I really don't know what the point of this was. It's just more senseless grinding. I guess they needed some way to to make the spells customizable. It's like, the fact that there are multiple paths for the new Shadow Fusions, I think is good. But why are we adding more Spellement farming into the game? Surely there's a better way to do this. I mean, straight up, I just have some vendor in Graveholm, or wherever the main area of Darkmoor is going to be, just have some vendor there sell Spellements, like Shadow Spellements specifically, because, this is just ridiculous. They're adding more Shadow Spellements. I don't know, dude. It's like, the fact of the matter is, the question here, elaborate on the Spellmental paths. It's like, are we going to have to farm even more Spellements now? And the answer is yes. That is, yeah. It doesn't look like they're going to be adding Spellements to the Shadow creatures themselves, so things like Dark Fiend and Shadow Fiend and Shadow Nova and all that, those are not going to have Spellements attached to them. But the cards themselves are. It's like Raging Bull, Grim Reader is going to have it, Abominable Weaver is going to have it. It's like every single one of these cards every single one of these new shadow spells that was teased over the last week is going to have new shadow spellements. I really think, I mean, on the one hand, right, you know, it's like, how else are they going to add multiple paths? But on the other, this is just going to create more, like, pointless grind to an already grindy system. I mean, the drop rates on these better be good. It's like, if this is anything like the Arc 4 Spellements, where it's like you either farm the cantrip chests or do Crash the Bandicoot 3,000 times to max out your spells. It's like, it is ridiculous to suggest that more Spellement farming needs to happen. So that's why I'm saying, you know, the biggest and best fix to this problem that they are just manufacturing for no other reason other than they hate the players is because to fix this issue, you just need either a vendor or the drop rates have to be returned to the Arc 1 Spellements drop rates, which is like 7 to 14, I want to say, or no, it is just a fixed 14 on certain bosses. Like Boris Blackrock drops 14 elemental spellements, boss like Ashweaver drops 14 spiritual spellements, Zarathax will drop 14 of just all of it, all 7 schools, and you know, that was a good enough system. And I think people are mostly fine with it, outside of the whole level gating thing, which never made sense, but, you know, at least it's not the end of the world, and the rates are good. But if the drop rates are just anything like anything we've seen since, I mean, I don't know what to say. I just, they better have a good way for the people to get their shadow spellements. It's like, I don't know, dude. We have truly seen the devs make some decisions, but this is one of those where it's like, there is no way that they don't know how unpopular Spellement farming is. So for them to tack on some more makes no sense. It's like, who in their right mind is going to do this? I mean, of course, people are going to have to do that. Like, that's not the right question to ask, but just to add more pointless grind to a system that already has enough of it, more than enough of it, it just doesn't make sense. Because it's like people are saying, 875 total spellements. It's going to be the usual 685 to take your non-shad spell from obviously tier 1 to tier 5, and then it's going to be another 190 past that to take it from, you know, shadow tier 1 to shadow tier 3. And it's like I was talking about in the beginning, it's like, this is just what we have so far. If they add a tier 4, that's another 190 spellements that get tacked on. It's going to be 875 becomes, what is it, 1065 at that point to go from tier 3 to tier 4 on the shadow spellements. And then after that, it's going to be, yeah, like 1370. 1370 if the devs make 5 tiers for these. I just don't get it. They really need to just make, they need to put a vendor down in Darkmoor when it drops that sells all of these new shadow spellements for, like, I don't know, 20 gold a pop. it's like, it's something reasonable. It could honestly be for like 2,000 gold a pop, and I would be mostly fine with it, because at least you could just gold farm for that. But I mean, otherwise, I mean, the concept is just like, what the hell? It's like, there's a good way to handle this, but if I know them, they're not going to take that good way. They're going to make more senseless grind. So the Darkmoor cantrip chests, you know, they're going to be, what? They're going to be probably like the Darkmoor spells, and honestly, they might not even add the Shadow Spellements to the Darkmoor cantrip chest. What's probably going to happen is you're going to have to come around here to a place like Telos Lemuria and put on your retriever pet, eventually find a wooden chest, surely there's one around here somewhere, and then hit this little button that'll pop up, like, literally 1,000 times, give or take. I mean, there's a chest probably in there somewhere, and Donya Buster, you know, he's gonna come back, or she's gonna come back. I don't know, Donya Buster. So anyway, so you're gonna need to hit that little button with, by the way, a 5-minute cooldown, like 1,000 times, just to get all of your Shadow Spellements up, and that's just for the 3 schools plus balance. Like, you would need a spiritual retriever pet as well. So, I don't know, dude. This is a mess, and the devs have this one chance to rectify their mistake of adding more new Spellements by acquiring those Spellements good. They have, in my opinion, 2 options to do that. One, put a vendor down in Graveholm and make that vendor sell the Spellements, or 2, make the drop rates on the Spellements go way up, like to where they were for the Arc 1 Spellements drop rates from like Bosik and Boris and them. It's like those 2 are the only ways that I could ever possibly see this change working out and being reasonable. But we're just going to have to see what they do. Otherwise, that's going to wrap up. Thank y'all for watching. I've been Ice Gold. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave like 50 comments for the algorithm. My Discord is down in the description if you want to chat with me some more. And I will see y'all later.